Testing, testing. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. Gotta finish setting up everything on my end as per usual. Yeah, I don't care about that right now. Go away. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the last season for Stranger Things is gonna be on Netflix before too long. I forgot. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? Are you doing good? Hopefully you're not as tired as I am, because I'm always tired. You know me. Always sleepy. But we're making it. We're surviving. That's what matters, right? As long as we are awake, we can continue to stream. Hopefully I don't fall asleep on stream. That'd be kind of crazy. I never understood the people who did like sleep streams. I don't know. That's just weird. I don't want a bunch of people watching me sleep. But hey, I mean, I guess if it brings in the views, you know. Although still, that is kind of weird in my opinion. But hey, I don't judge. Unless you want me to, then I will judge. But until then, I won't judge. Don't worry. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot how to change something here. I am going to be messing with the ads later on. I do want to try some things out in the future. I don't know if it's going to be for better or for worse, you know. I guess that's kind of up to you guys to determine. Because what I'm thinking of doing, see, once I get this all figured out, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to potentially decrease the amount of ads from 3 an hour to 1 an hour. The problem with that, however, is if I do this, that will mean that all the ads are going to be 3 minutes long. But what I can do is, you know, plan for those ads and, you know, go on a bit of a break, you know. Take some time to, you know, hydrate myself, get a snack if I need it. You know, just take a break, take a step back. Because on some, you know, some streams, I kind of need that little bit of a break. You know, like whenever we're going up against a really hard enemy or we're just stuck on a really hard part of the game, you know, a part that's going to take us a while, then I think that it's worth it. But I don't think I'm going to do it for our 3-hour streams, you know, like our regular streams. It'll only happen on our days off because that's kind of when I need those breaks. Because usually I stream for a long time on my days off because, well, I can afford to. But on regular days, there's just no need. But I don't know. I'm still deciding on that. I'll come to a decision at some point or another. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to buy my next computer part. I'll have to do that later. I'll do it later. I can do it after stream. Anyways, today's Bloodborne, and as you can see, we're going to be trying to kill the Orphan of Kos again, or some say Kossum, because Kossum is fun. Kossum is awesome. Awesome possum. Is the possum awesome? Although Kos is not playing dead. He's not playing possum. Why are you sending me so many pictures? Oh shoot. Hey, what is this? Oh, look at that. My sister's been working on making her gaming setup. She's becoming pro gamer. Next thing she needs is some Mountain Dew and Doritos and she's all set. It is pretty cool though. I like how actually it has a lot of turquoise in here. Not turquoise, like cyan. And it's pronounced cyan, not cayenne to you weirdos out there. But yeah, she's got like the cyan and the RGB lights for the computer. She's got a bit of a cyan monitor. I was about to say computer, but I just said computer. It's the monitor that's also cyan. Got a bit of a oh yeah, that playmat, that one that you showed me. What the heck? She's got some stuff in her gaming, not yeah, in her gaming setup. I don't even know what they are. Like she has a interesting looking. Oh, that's an Okami. That's an Okami. It's an Okami themed Nintendo Switch. That's actually really cool. That's insane. And then I think that's a card box. That's shaped as an Eevee. That's something I've never seen before. It's interesting. Okay. Wait, and the TV up top moves. That's crazy. Yeah, she's got like a swivel TV or something like that. That's whack. What in the world? If she's seeing this, you got an interesting setup. And much better than mine. What mine's gonna end up being. I've actually got to, organize my table a little bit. The place where I'm gonna put my monitor. Yeah, too bad I can't like show it off on stream because I don't have the necessary tools to do that. But even then, I don't think it would be a good idea to post a picture of your house. So, we're not gonna do that. Anyways, I still need a gaming chair too. Like, I've just been sitting in bed the entire time that I've been streaming. I just sit in bed when I play. I need to get myself an actual, like, gaming chair and, actually get everything set up for whenever I do have a computer that works. Which shouldn't be too hard. It's mostly just moving things around. But we'll get there at some point. Hopefully. Anyways, before we start, let's make another prediction today. Let's have some fun here. So, as you guys know, I suck at Bloodborne. So, we're going to make a prediction of... So what's this? Oh, it's an OLED. I never really liked the OLEDs. Or no, it's the lights. It's the lights that I don't like. I don't like the Switch lights because they're not compatible with TVs. You can't put them on the big screen, which I think is kind of stupid. Because that was like the point of the Switch. It was to be a handheld as well as something to put on the TV. It's a handheld as well as a console, which was awesome. And then the lights just didn't do that. So it was I didn't really like the lights. They were nice when I had it, but as soon as I could, I just got that switched in for a regular old Switch, which I still use to this day. So that's pretty awesome. A while back, I was wanting to get I think it was either Breath of the Wild or a Tears of the Kingdom OLED, and it just looked so awesome. I really wanted it, but I just didn't have the money for it. Not to mention, it's hard for Can you guys still hear me? Yeah, there we go. I kept talking for so long that my that my controller turned off, and so my microphone turned off. That was unexpected. All right. Um. Okay, I only cut out for a second. Yeah, I just noticed that it popped up saying that, oh yeah, my microphone's not connected. So I pretty much stopped talking there. But yeah, if the lights could use a dock, that would be awesome. 'Cause yeah, it is pretty nice to have the lights, be a little bit smaller, and you don't have to worry about the Joy-Cons. But it still kind of sucks. I mean, it just sucks. Let's just put it at that. They're not that great. I've never actually used an OLED. I imagine that they're basically like just the higher performance of the Switch. I don't know for sure though. Actually, I can just look that up. What am I doing? Let's see. See, Switch OLED versus Switch. Let's see. So the main differences are the Switch OLED's larger 7-inch screen, which offers more vibrant colors and better contrast, as well as double the amount of storage, which is 64 gigabytes, which is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And honestly, for 50 more dollars compared to the regular Switch, is pretty good. It actually also has an improved kickstand. Let's see, a dock with an Ethernet port, and it has supposedly better speakers. All of which is actually that's like a really good upgrade from the regular Switch, and for it only being an extra $50, that's actually a pretty good deal, not gonna lie. Yeah, I didn't realize that it was, actually that much better. Because, straight up, it is just better. While its battery life and game compatibility are the same, it's still pretty good. The fact that nearly everything about the OLED is just better than the regular Switch is pretty cool. Anyways, back to Bloodborne. Let's make a prediction. So we're definitely gonna die more than 10 times. Let's just be real. Let's see if I can get this thing working. Come on. Oh, that's the previous one. Okay, that's why it wasn't working. Alright, so today's prediction. We're gonna guess how many times we're going to die. So let's see. How many times? Let's do this a little better. How many times will I die? Let's make a couple of different outcomes. So let's do single digits. One through 9. Or actually, let's just say, yeah, under 10. Under 10. And then the next one, we'll say 10 to, I don't know, should we say like 49? 10 to 49. And then our final one will be 50 plus. We'll have that go on there. Alright, let's start this little prediction here. You guys should get a little bit of a pop-up on your screens. I don't know if they're going to be in the chats or like on the screen. Either way, that's where you can make your prediction. We'll see what happens. I wish that there was a way to actually like count how many times I died. Let's see. I mean, what I could do is just send something in the chat just to help me keep track. Unless you guys want to do it. I don't care either way. As long as someone, even if that someone is myself, keeps track of my deaths, that makes things a little bit easier for me because sometimes it's hard to keep track of how many times I've died. I do actually need to add a bot though. Like there's a bot called a night bot that you can add to the stream, which can help you keep track of such things. So I might just end up doing that in the future. We'll just have to see. Until then, are you guys ready to begin? Let us start with killing the orphaned child. Did your vote work? Yes, so, I don't know if you can see it, but you do have a badge next to your name. Whenever you have that badge, your vote did indeed work. So I think there's also another way for me to check. Let me see. Let's see, get rid of that real quick. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yes, I can see who voted, and I can't see which individuals have voted until after the prediction is over. So there is that as well. But yeah. But anyways, we will just go and get into this. Oh, you can't see it? Good last time. That's weird. Cause I mean I can see it on my end. I'm surprised you can't. I think it's weird that you can't, but I mean there's not really much I can do about it. Cause that's a Twitch thing. Yeah, it might just be something that you might have to, refresh. Because Twitch is weird sometimes. So, that is very much possible. But I think we are ready to get started, so let's just hop in. Alright, there it is. Good. Good, good. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't take us that long to kill Kos, or sorry, the orphan of Kos. We'll just have to see though. Alright. Thankfully it doesn't take long for us to get to the orphan. If I remember the path correctly, it has been a week, but it's a pretty easy path. Oh, no, no! God damn it. Okay. Fucking... okay, so, anyways, that's already one death, and we haven't even gotten to the stupid boss. Like, oh my god. 30 seconds after starting the game. No, not even 30 seconds. Like, 10 seconds after starting up the game. We've already got one death. There we go. One death so far. That's freaking stupid. Oh, hey, look, we can acquire our blood echoes. A whole 0. God damn. But, the cool part is that whenever we have no blood echoes to gather, or blood echoes to lose, I should say, it just means that there's nothing to lose, which is okay. But now, we've already lost a life, so that's a little bit of our pride right there. God damn. Hadn't even started yet and we've already died. Story of my life. Alright. I need to get a little bit more comfortable here because my foot's falling asleep. My foot falls asleep while in the middle of the fight. That's gonna be so annoying. Randomly getting pins and needles while fighting the orphan would not be fun. Oh, whoops. My bad. I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Alright, first fight of the day. Not first death of the day, unfortunately. See if I remember this guy's moves or not. Oh, apparently not. I forgot, he's actually kind of durable though. Like, more durable than you would expect for such a lanky guy. He must really like his mother's placenta though. I don't know, what would you guys do if you could acquire your mother's placenta? Would you swing it around like Koss, like the orphan does? I keep trying to call him Koss, but he's not Koss. He is the orphan. Because those are two different beings. We've done some decent damage though, but we've still got a very long way to go. Oh, hello. I'm also kind of worried about his phase 2, because I had a lot of trouble with his phase 2. But right now, I think we're doing. Ooh, okay. Never mind. Hang on. Yeah, like I said, right now we're doing all right. We're not doing terrible. Could be a little better though. As you can see, we are taking some damage. But we're doing alright. Meatball. We got that meatball surprise. Ooh, that was scary. Damn, I really don't like that move. Because it gives me such knockback and it's like insane. Uh-oh. Okay. I am... Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, I want to go back over here to the water. Because when he becomes phase 2, it's better to fight him on the water because of his AoE lightning attack. Damn. Yeah, like I said, that meatball attack is pretty annoying. Oh, okay. That did kind of hurt. Oh, okay. I thought I would get the parry on that. I did not. I'm surprised, I'm honestly surprised that we have not yet died, but I probably shouldn't be complaining about something like that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that hurt. He's definitely causing us some trouble now. Oof. Uh-oh. Damn it. Yep. Uh-oh, yep, that's death. Damn. He is a very aggressive boy. We got him to half health, though. You know. First try in a week. I don't think that's bad. So, that is our second death. Okay. Even though that's the first time we've died to him, and that is our second death. Because, unfortunately, I suck at staying, you know, on this platform. Somehow I managed to fall down the well. I don't even think that this is called a well. I don't know what it's called. It is a lift. We'll call it that. We'll call it the lifterator. Or should we call it the liftinator? Now that I think about it, what do I play tomorrow? Tomorrow... Oh, that's right, we're playing Code Veronica. I forgot about that. I don't know. I don't know how I managed to forget about Code Veronica. But anyways, we're not talking about Code Veronica. We're talking about Bloodborne today. Where we're trying to kill the orphan of a dead mother. Okay. Yeah, I want to see how good I can get with parrying this guy. Because if I can learn how to like properly parry him, then I think we're going to be doing a lot better for ourselves. Oh, wrong button. This ain't Elden Ring. Okay. God damn. There we go. That's better. Oh, okay. I thought I was out of range there. You know, he's gonna end up killing us pretty quickly at this rate. Because we've already used 5 vials, and we haven't done that much damage to him. Which, you know, is definitely not our best orphan encounter. But hey, we're still alive. That's what counts, right? Barely alive. God damn. I like that jump attack because it's really easy to dodge and you don't actually have to dodge. You just, you know, walk the other way. Oh yeah, I forgot his placenta's like moving. Like it's like bubbling or something like that. It's weird. If you guys look closely enough, you can actually see it. Okay. You see, if I had a better weapon, I think, like a stronger weapon, a heavier weapon, I think that this current strategy would actually be really good against him. You know, going in, do one attack, and then just back off. Because, oh, okay. Damn, that was close. Because, yeah, this weapon is more about speed than anything. But if I just do one attack at a time, there's no real need to have a fast weapon. Okay, that was okay. Damn, that just happened. Uh-oh. I don't even know what actually happened there. That was kind of crazy. Okay. Oh no. That was close. I think I should have died right there, but we didn't, so we're chilling. Ow. Yeah, he is like just annihilating us right now. Yep, there we go. That is death number 3, unfortunately. 3rd death. Okay. I wonder if I have a weapon that might do a little bit better here. I might. I don't know if I have equipped it though. That's the thing. Because I do think that a heavier weapon might work a little bit better. Let's see. Do I have... No, not that. Yeah, because I also have to look at a few things. Okay, so I do need to... Okay, let's go back to the Hunter's Dream. Let's play with our Hunter Gems, our Blood Gems for a moment. And we can figure something out. You know, we'll try to get some of our Blood Gems into a better position. What I can also do, actually... Let's go over here. Let's get a blood rock. There we go. It's expensive, but considering that there's only like what the heck just happened? How did I get frenzy? How did I get these status effects? What the heck? That's weird. Anyways, that just happened. Okay. Let's fortify our... Huh? Oh, wait. I don't have any blood echoes. That's why. I need to do that. Consumables. Let's use a level 5. Should be plenty. Okay, now fortify. Here we go. So yeah, Ludwig's Holy Blade is a level 10. And I honestly want to upgrade the World Gig. Alright. Now let's do some fortification here. So, first of all, I want to see what the base weapon power is for these weapons. Let's see. So we got 180 and then 144. That is 324. So oh my god. That's pretty powerful. God damn. I didn't realize that the Ludwig blade was that much stronger than the Saw Cleaver without... Oh wait, hang on. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So this one was at what? 324. This one is still at 454, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, this one is definitely still not up there. I think it could be with some more upgrades. You know, if we were to eventually get it up to level 10. Because I have seen a lot of people use the World Gig Saw against the Orphan. But I don't think that there's much need. Okay. Now what I could do is like I could just use my insight to buy some more stuff. You know what, let's do that. Let's do that real quick. Let's see, fortify. World Gig, what do you need? You need chunks. You need 13, so I need 10. I need 10 chunks. I might have to use some wisdom for this, which is fine. I don't really use wisdom for anything else. Let's see. Where is it? Chunks. Oh my god, they cost 20 each. That's a total of 100. No. That's 2,000. No. God damn. Leave me alone. It's 200. God damn. Oh wait, hang on. Do we get 12 for doing it? No, that's just how many I have. Huh? Wait, I'm confused. If I have 12, why did it say I only had like 2? Bloodstone. Oh wait. We need 3. We have 13 apparently. Okay. Forgive me. I'm a little bit brain dead right now. What I need are blood echoes. I need blood echoes so I can actually do this. Instead of a level 5, let's use a... Ooh. We could use a level 10. Because we're going to be doing a bit of upgrade. Let's use a level 8. I think that's better. Yeah, 3,000. That should be plenty. Alright, World Gig. Okay, so now I need to buy just 3. So I'm going to need a total of 60. So let's see, inventory. I don't think I'm gonna have enough, which, you know, that's perfectly fine. All right, so let's use all of our wisdom here, and then use the regular wisdom. Alright, so unfortunately, we don't have all the wisdom that we need. Now, we could just go on and continue with the story. That would give us some more, you know, wisdom to use. But, or not wisdom, or actually we would end up getting wisdom. But we would also get some more insight. Let's see. What am I trying to buy? That's right, I need bloodstone chunks. So yeah, we need 8 of them. And we can only get 2, which is unfortunate. Cause yeah, we need another 5. But I don't think I have any way to get more, like right here, any more, what's it called, insight, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't have anything for that, which does suck. How powerful is it right now anyways? So let's check our... Not repair. Actually, I do want to repair. Let's do that real quick. Okay, blood gem fortification. Can I... Okay, I can't sort this. So, world gig is at 167, 179. It's definitely stronger, I think. I think it's stronger. Let's see, that's 3... 340... 346. So it is just barely stronger than my Saw Cleaver right now, and it's still got 2 more levels. But right now, our Holy Blade is our strongest weapon, so we'll stick with that. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff here too. Okay, so yeah, we want to go for just a physical attack, really. Anything that boosts our physical attack is what we want. We don't care about pretty much anything else. Yeah, we'll see how much damage this is going to end up doing in the future. Alright, so that's 11.6. Actually, I could just do this and then just scroll along. Here we go. Plus 15. Now, what I really could do if I really wanted to get the most attack possible is I could... Oh, never mind. I don't have to do that. I thought I would have to do something different. I do not. So, just don't pay any attention to me. I don't know what I'm saying. Now, I do want to check something. So, if I was to get rid of this, get rid of that, let's put this one on there. And then we put the other 18% on here. Let's see, where is it at? 18%. So we're at 515 right now. So it's 515. Wait, hang on. Do that. And then 18%. Okay, 546. Okay. Yeah, that is definitely better. Alright, so in total, the Ludwig Holy Blade is currently sitting at 746, which is a lot. And if I remember correctly, in the Chalice dungeons, there are blood gems that are better than the ones that we have now. So it's I think that it is possible to essentially double our base power, you know, from what it was before. Because I think it was at like 400 something. I don't remember. I don't feel like going through that again. But compared to what this was before, this is a massive upgrade. So, and with how our playstyle has been, with just doing like one attack and then just, you know, taking a step back, I think this will work nicely. And I keep going this way when I don't need to. Wait, I did the wrong thing. I need to go over here. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna see how much damage this fucking thing is gonna do. I didn't mean to curse right there, I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. Just kind of came out like that. Just kind of like how I came out of the womb. You know, I just kind of look like this. There's nothing I can do about it. Isn't there a stab? Okay, there is. But I think I'm just going to focus on using the greatsword. I think this greatsword is going to do some buku damage. I don't even know if there's a way to tell how much damage that it would do. Hang on. Oh, okay, so there is a way to tell. So, hang on. Gotta find the right thing. So stats. So yeah, that first weapon attack, or right hand weapon 1 attack, it actually shows you how much damage that the Ludwig uh, blade does, which is actually good. That's good to know. I didn't realize that that's what it was. I figured that weapon 1 was your base damage, and the weapon 2 was the transformed damage. Because to me that just made sense. But that is not the case. It just shows you the damage for both weapons. Which also makes a lot more sense in my opinion. 593, that's not bad. Problem now is, well, I just took a lot of damage right there. I got 1 hit in, and we took 2. And another problem now is that we can't parry. You know, not while our weapon is transformed anyways. Which can be a problem. Just depending on how things go. Oh, that hurt. Uh-oh. Too close. Here we go. Okay. Can't make it close to the damn thing. I keep missing these dodges, what the heck? I'm better than this, come on. Oof. Never mind, I guess I'm not. Nice. Oh. That definitely hurt him. Alright. At least we got away from that little meatball there. I don't like the meatballs. Meatballs are annoying. I keep missing the dodge. Goddamn. But yeah, 784 is pretty nice. If I can just keep doing, like, if I can just keep doing that. Oh! That just doubled it. Damn. Wait. I think I know how to make that even stronger. If I can increase my thrust attacks, if I die again and increase my thrust attacks, that's gonna do some heavy freaking damage. Holy crap. Yeah, this is definitely my best weapon so far. For how I'm fighting right now. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Yeah, his little flurry there is not something you want to get in the middle of. Oof, that hurt. No, 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 no. I couldn't dodge, damn it. Okay. So, yes, we died. But, I am going to go and adjust my charms again. See, that's our 4th death. So, 4 deaths. So, we are going to go back to the Hunter's Dream. Yeah, honestly, if I wasn't typing this out in chat right now, I would probably have a hard time remembering how many times we died. But, yes, I'm going to go equipped that 1 blood gem that we have that increases our thrust damage, because that's pretty much the only attack that we're doing. So, if we can just increase that damage, you know, that's, you know, that much better. So, alright, I've got to find... Okay, so, yeah, there it is. Let's see if we have another one, just to confirm. And we'll see if we can make anything stronger while we're at, while we're at this. I don't think we can. I think we've kind of reached our max. Alright, so yes, while our attack power, as you can see, has gone down, it also hasn't at the same time. Because our thrust Let's see if I can find it. Because our thrust is at 565. Before, it was about 20 points lower. So this should give us some, you know, a decent little boost in our thrust damage. And I keep leaving the cabin from that way when I don't need to. It's just habit, because, well, I'm not used to going to this tombstone. I guess this headstone. It's not a tombstone. I guess it could be both. Either way, it's not even a headstone. It's a teleportation point. It's a messenger stone. Although that still doesn't sound right. Because, I mean, yeah, it's a stone and there are messengers underneath it, but messenger stone doesn't sound right. That sounds like an item that you use to, well, message people with. Like a phone. What if a phone was just called a messenger tablet? A messenger device. Which, honestly, that's what phones are mostly for, but nowadays they're used for everything else. Which reminds me, I think it's kind of crazy that apps like TikTok, or not TikTok, well, I mean, yes, TikTok, but that's not what I'm talking about. I find it weird that apps like Snapchat exist, or how people want your Instagram just to message you. It's like, why am I gonna download an app to talk to you when there's already an app pre-installed that just needs your phone number? You know, something that pretty much every phone already has. I don't know. I think it's weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I did the wrong attack too. 800. Okay, we're cooking. We're cooking with gas now. Alright. $800 is pretty nice. That's a nice little chunk each time. Ow. Okay, we managed to stun him, which is good. Oh, okay. I didn't think I was gonna get hit there. I don't know why I didn't attack right there. My bad. Nice. Yeah, even if we can only do one attack at a time, we're okay. Oh. Okay, we're fine. All good, all good. We're okay. Oh, I missed the dodge. Or I missed the window. I don't know. I mean, I'd still technically miss the dodge. Uh-oh. Damn. Yeah, that definitely hurt. But we also did some pretty nice damage, too. Oh, okay. Gotta get away. Damn. Okay, I thought it was out of his range. Evidently not. Damn it! Okay. We're not looking too good right now. Yeah, he's giving us a real beating right now. With his placenta. Although, that might be my fault, because it's probably not a good idea to stand right in front of him. Damn it! Okay. But I still think that this is a good... Yeah, sure, we died again. So, that is 5 deaths. While progress is slow, I think we're doing good. You know, I think we're doing pretty consistent with our damage. It is hard to get a charged attack in, though. I would like to get a charged attack in, just to see how much damage it does. But considering how fast his recovery rate is, and how slow the charged attack is, you know, like, that's about 3 seconds. 3 seconds is a long time in a fight. Actually, let me check. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so like 2 seconds, 2.5 maybe. Cause yeah, I started it with 1, but I should have. You know what? Actually, yeah. Never mind. I don't know. I don't care. It takes about 2 to 3 seconds, which is a long time. It's hard to actually get that attack in. The only time I really could is when he's going into phase 2. Oh, I missed. Goddamn. Damn. That didn't feel good. There we go. Oof. You know, I think it would be cool if you could actually block with this weapon, because considering its size, I think it would make a decent shield. Not really effective, but it's better than taking the hit, you know? Or at least taking the hit directly. Because, I mean, with a big enough weapon, you know, it could be used as a shield. Although, again, just not effectively. Ooh. That hurt. Oh no. Gotta heal up here. Alright. Yeah, this, I mean, it's still difficult. You know, it's not hard to get a hit in, but, you know, it's still the orphan. He still has some pretty crazy attacks. And yeah, you have to get used to the dodge windows as well, because you can't just dodge whenever he's about to swing, you know, because he does have a long wind-up, and it messes with the timing sometimes. So you've gotta get used to that wind-up as well. Because there's a point in his attack where it doesn't even become an attack until later. Which, I know it sounds weird, but that's just kind of how it is sometimes. There are parts of his attack that are not attacks. Which is also what makes parrying him a little bit, you know, troublesome. Oof. Alright, we got him to about half. Almost. I think it's about like, what, 52%? There we go. That's about half now. So he'll be going into phase 2 before too long. I should have dodged into his attack, but I got a little bit distracted. Just a little bit. Uh-oh, wrong way. Yep. That's my bad. No! Come on, let's get him to phase 2. We can do that, right? Let's get him to phase 2. Yep, phase 2. Oh no. Uh-oh. That could have been very bad for us right there. Oh, hello. I forgot how fast he was. Oh, wait, hold up. That did 944? That does more damage. Does his... Ooh. I didn't think that his physical defense went down in this state. But I think it does. If it does, that's actually, you know, that's good to know. Because that means it's not going to take as many hits. It's still going to be difficult, obviously. Okay, yeah, we're dead. But that is good information to have. The fact that his physical defense goes down during his second phase is pretty good. Alright, so 6 deaths. Death number 6. But we're making steady progress. Progress is what matters. As long as we're making progress, we are accomplishing something, right? Because, you know, we managed to get him into phase 2. And we managed to discover that his defense goes down. Yeah, the only problem with phase 2, though, is, you know, getting a hit in. Because, you know, our attacks are slower. And he's become even faster than before. So I might have to transform my weapon back to its original state, which kind of sucks, because, you know, I don't think I have any real thrusting attacks here. Let's see. Okay, so I do have one thrusting attack, but it's all the way at the end of the combo, which is a problem. Okay, so never mind. So my heavy attack is also a thrust. That is good to know. And obviously, it is significantly... yeah, significantly shorter. Which is also good to know. Okay. We're learning, people. We're learning. That is the purpose. Yeah, you see, these past 6 deaths... or sorry, the past 5 deaths have been nothing but a warm-up, you know? We're just getting ready for the big fight. That's what we're doing here. Uh-oh. Ow. Ooh, okay. That hurt. I am in pain. Okay, we're good now. Ow. Damn, dodge! Dodge, brother! My brother. That sucked. My guy did not dodge. That sucks. Okay, that is 7 deaths. That was a terrible run right there. Should have been better. It was not. Alas. We continue. Goddamn. Alright. I do wonder how much damage it would do if I wasn't transformed, though. But I just don't think it's worth it. Because obviously the damage output isn't gonna be there. You know, we're doing 800 with a regular heavy attack. Ooh, excuse me. 800 with the regular heavy attack, and presumably double that with a charged attack. I haven't had time to do a charged attack because, you know, they're just hard to really find the time for that. But I think I might know of a good time to do it. So we're gonna see if we can. Maybe. Maybe we'll find a chance to do it. We just have to stay alive for that to happen, though. You know, that is the problem. Staying alive is the main goal here. Nice. There we go. Uh-oh, yep, I missed that. Damn, okay. We're dead again. That was terrible. And he didn't even do the thing I wanted to do either. I want him to use a spinning attack, because I think that during his second spin, I might have just enough time to pull off a charged attack, because I really want to see how much damage it does. I'm curious. Because regardless of how much damage it does, it's gonna do a nice chunk of damage, which is what I want to see. And thankfully, we used up a lot of our blood echoes from previous streams to give us a lot of blood vials, so we shouldn't be running out anytime soon. It wouldn't be a bad idea to check up on that though. You know, just to confirm. If I was to perform visceral attacks with the right runes, I could gain health, but as we've seen, it's probably not the best idea to do viscerals, especially not with my current setup, because my current setup is just to do like one piece of damage at a time. Wait, how did I miss? What the heck? I was right on top of him. That's weird. Oh, wait. Wait, he stopped his attack. But what just happened? So I missed an attack, and then he stopped an attack. Whoa, okay. That's new. That's 9 deaths. That sucks. I mean, sure, we learned something else now. But that was weird. Okay, so 9 deaths in, and we have gotten an hour into the stream, which isn't bad. Mostly because, you know, we were at the Hunter's Dream for a little bit. And we've been doing decent with the Orphan, except for the last 3 times. The last 3 deaths have been pretty bad. Yeah, I was hoping that I'd get him to phase 2 again by this point. Evidently not. Who knows? Maybe this will be the run. Maybe this will be the run that we manage to do it. Alright. And I'm out of range. Yep. $15.15. That is a nice chunk. So not doubled, but it is still a nice chunk. Oof. Oh, come on. Alright, let's heal up here. Alright, there we go. All better. Nice. So all the damage that he has accumulated so far has been from 3 attacks, which is kind of cool. Oh, that's not the attack I wanted to do. Yeah, we don't make regular attacks here. We just do heavy attacks. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't like that attack. It's annoying. Oh, okay. Nice. We're doing some good damage now. Like, whenever he does his spin attack, you know, that's like free damage right there. And I keep doing the wrong attack. Nice. Uh-oh. Yep. My bad. No, 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 no. No, no, no. There we go. Alright. Oh, wrong way. Yep. Nice. He not happy now. He a mad orphan. Crazy orphan. I don't know why, but Mad Orphan almost sounds like some sort of band name. That's just me though. I have a weird mind, if you guys couldn't tell. Damn. Oh no. No, 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 no. Gotta heal. Ah! No. Come on, I've done pretty good against you so far. Don't kill me right now. Yeah, right in the head. Right in the kisser. Oof. Nice. He's about to transform. you know, soon-ish. Uh-oh. Oh. He was going to do an attack, but then he stopped. Nice. Yep. Saw that coming. And as you've seen, we have done some pretty good damage so far. Oh no. Yep, saw that coming. Yeah, I forgot that he does 2 if we're close enough. Oh. Okay. Did I even hit him in his phase 2? I don't think I even hit him once in his phase 2. That sucks. But we have learned a good strategy. That whenever he does his spinning attack, we can make some pretty nice damage. So that's good. Okay, so that is 10 deaths. So for those of you who guessed the I don't even think anyone did. Yeah, nobody guessed under 10. Which you guys have no faith in me at all. But let's see. So yeah, we got 2 people who voted for anywhere between 10 and 59, or sorry, 10 and 49. All right. Let's see how far we go up in the double digits. That was a pretty good run, though. I think that was a good run. And we didn't even use that many blood vials either. Like, I think we used like 5 or 6, I think. I don't remember exactly. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. Let's go kill some orphans. I wish these guys gave us blood, though. But unfortunately, they don't. But it gives us something to let our frustrations on. So, that's a plus, right? Nothing wrong with killing innocent civilians. Go away, I went too far. Damn it. Oof. Nice. Got 2 hits in. Nice. Okay, I was just in range. I thought I was going to be out of range, which would have been bad. Because, you know, we don't like to make attacks that we don't hit. Because they're pointless. There we go. Nice. We love those spin attacks. Even though they do buku damage to us, we do buku damage to the orphan. Oh god. We do buku damage in return. Yeah, I just need to learn its, you know, where and when to dodge. I think that's like my main problem with the orphan, is just, you know, learning the dodges. As long as we get the dodges down, we're doing pretty good. But, you know, sometimes it is a little difficult. Especially with that meatball throw. Meatball throw is a little bit difficult to avoid. Come on. Oh god, yep. No, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Yeah, I always get the healing mixed up from, you know, this game and Elden Ring, because the healing is different. With Bloodborne, you have to press the top button. With Elden Ring, you have to press that button, the left button. Oof. That hurt. Alright, we got him below half. Yep, there's the transform. Okay, 15-15, so apparently his defense has not gone down. He's doing a lightning attack. Okay. Yeah, I need to find a good chance to attack him though. Oh wait. Right. Yes, there we go. That doesn't do bad damage either though. You know, 600, that's not bad. You know, I mean, obviously I wish it was stronger, but it is the regular form of this weapon, so I can't be too upset. Oh, I forgot he does let go of it sometimes. Damn it. Wait, that's it? The charged attack was weaker than my regular attack. That's kind of crazy. But that is good to know. Oh no. Ooh, that was close. Oof. Oh no, 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 no. Damn it. Ooh, okay, that was close. Yeah, this is become meddlesome. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay. Like, yeah, it's really hard to really get a good hit in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. God. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Wait, where'd he go? Yeah, I don't like it when it's not locked onto him. I know I haven't, like, made any attacks on him yet, which... Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're not making a lot of attacks on him because of how his, you know, attack patterns are. He's fast, and he's wild. Oof. Careful. There we go. Alright, there we go. Come on. Come on. Okay. I taunted him too hard. My apologies. My apologies, fair orphan. He is the fairest of orphans. Okay. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. We are still alive, guys. We're still kicking. Ooh. No, 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 no. Oof. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh no! Oi. This is so annoying. Oh, I can't see him. God. Oof. Okay. Oh, God. Jesus. Oh no. Oh, no! No, come on, we were doing so good. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. No. Oh, that sucks. That is the furthest I've gone with this guy so far. Okay, so that makes 11 deaths. That sucks. Okay. That was good though. We definitely made some nice progress. That is the furthest I have gotten with the orphan. And I think what could have saved me is whenever he does his AoE attack, I need to do a a transformed charged attack, because, well, it does a lot of damage. I think if I was to have done that, I think we would have been able to kill him. But now we will never know, because that run is over. But who knows, maybe this run will be just as good, maybe even better. We will have to see. And I missed. That's how we're starting out. This run is starting out with us both missing our attacks. Alright. So far, so good. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay, I thought I was gonna avoid that. Evidently not. But we're okay, we're still alive. No worries. Yeah, it's just that attack does a lot of damage. And I don't like that. I don't like taking damage. It's not fun. Just like how you're not fun. Although I do kind of like this boss. This boss is actually pretty fun to fight. But he is still a pain in my back. In my back? I mean, he is a bit of a pain in my back. You know what? Yeah, you're a pain in my back. You're not even worth the pain in my butt. You're just a pain in my back. That's all you are. Oh, wrong way. Yep. Oopsie. Come on, do your spin attack. Please, for me. Come on, do your spin attack. Do it for me. Do it for me, orphan. Oh, yeah, that was the wrong way. Wrong way again. Damn it. Gotta get away from that. Don't want to get in the middle of that. Nice. No! And we missed the spin attack. That sucks. That's when... Huh? How did I miss that one? Yeah, this is not our run. As you guys can see, this is not looking too good for us. Oof. Okay. Here we go. I felt like that charge attack took longer than normal, but I don't think it did. I think I'm just pressured. I am under a lot of pressure right now. All because of that last attempt that we did, which was honestly just so good, and now we're not doing so good. I mean, we've almost got him to half health. God damn. This should get him to half. No, not quite. Almost. Just not quite there. Oh, he's out of range. That is like the third attack I've made that he is just not in range. There we go. Alright, he's at about half health now. Alright. Nice. Here we go. Nice. Alright. I should transform my weapon, but I want to see what I can do. Uh-oh. Yeah, that didn't end up working out. Because yeah, his recovery rate is much faster. But as long as we can keep doing damage, we're gonna be okay. We will be okay. At least we managed to get him to phase 2 twice in a row, right? So that's good for us. Ooh. That hurt. Come on, do something. Oh, God. No! Damn it, okay. And I'm getting rid of this guy. Don't want you in here. Okay, so that makes death number 12. 12 deaths. I still think it's crazy that the first time that we died wasn't even to the orphan. It was just a fall damage. Man, I really thought that that other attempt was gonna be the one, but it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, I'm getting pretty good. I think I'm getting pretty good with dodging phase 1, but phase 2 is where the challenge is at. You know, that's where everything comes down to. Because that phase 2 is pretty difficult, you know, with just how fast he is, as well as his recovery rate. It's just hard to get a good counterattack in, unlike, you know, the orphan, or the phase 1 orphan. I call him like the orphan as if he's just another entity. Although there is one enemy in here that does actually change whenever they go into phase 2. That was Ludwig. I believe Ludwig's first form was called Ludwig the Accursed, and then phase 2 was Ludwig the Holy Blade, if I remember correctly. Damn, okay. Okay, that was not too good on my part. So that is 13 deaths. Unfortunately, that was a quick run. We'll have to do better next time. Nah, you know what would be crazy though? Imagine if imagine if we could defeat the orphan with nothing but our fists. That would be crazy. No! That's not what I wanted to do. Whoops. So I wonder how effective the shield would be. But at the same time, I don't think it would be very effective because of just how much damage the orphan puts out. In addition, with how fast his attacks are, I think that one, all we would do would be draining our stamina, and two, it would, because it's depleting our stamina, it would probably make us, you know, become open to a counterattack, which against the orphan is not good. I thought I dodged, but I guess not. There we go. Why did that one do so much damage? Or did I just manage to get another attack in close enough? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I just noticed a really big number. Uh-oh. Okay, that was weird. I was expecting him to do that, but then he didn't do it. he does that sometimes, where he's going to do an attack and then just doesn't follow through. It is definitely weird. It's unusual. Oof, yep. I deserved that one. Okay. I don't think I deserved that one, though. That was mean. Okay. Yeah, that that uppercut is really annoying. You see, and I just said that I think that we're getting his attacks down pretty good, and here we are getting just decimated. Like, we are doing awful right now. Oh, nice. Okay. That's another place where I can use a charged attack. Finally. It's 2 charged attacks in a row. Yay. Ooh, that was close. I shouldn't have done that. That was kind of risky. Nice. Alright, he'll be transforming before too long. I think he's at about half health. Alright, he might transform after this flurry. Yep. Oof. Okay. Okay. That definitely hurt. That hurted. Okay. Uh-oh. That was close. No, I missed. Oh no. Yeah, that was not good. No! He's too fast. I can't get a good hit with the transformed weapon. Which obviously, yes, that means I need to go back. But, God, this does so much damage though, that's the thing. Because if I can get a hit in, it's nice. It's nice damage. It's a good chunk every time. Yeah, he just keeps backing away. You know, getting just out of range. He's so gross, but you can't stop looking at him. Interesting. You know what, that's fair. Like, when something is, like, so revolting, but you can't help but just keep on looking. Or when something is, like, so disturbing, you just keep on looking. Yeah, I'm gonna transform. This isn't working out too well for me. Because, yeah, I need faster attacks. Oof. Where'd he go? There you are. Yeah, when he gets behind me like that, the camera can't track him. It goes too fast. Ooh. That was close. That could have been the end right there. Okay. Ooh. Ow. That hurt. That hurted. You mean. You're meanie butt. I'm gonna tell your mother. Yeah, I'm gonna tell your mother. How do you like that? Oh, crap. He didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Leave me alone. Oh, God. He did not like me insulting his mother. I apologize. I said I'm sorry. Oh, God. That hurt. No! Alright, yep, that was my bad. I think it's because I got the transformation to... I didn't get it in time, which is what cost me there. So see, that was death number 14. Damn. I thought I was doing good there too. I don't see what runes do I even have equipped it anyway. Let's see. Yeah, I might actually get rid of my bolt damage reduction simply because I just don't think that it's worth it. I don't know what I would replace for it though. Probably like extra health or something. Because I don't really need the extra stamina because we only do like one attack at a time. So it's not really worth the stamina. Maybe health. But even then, I don't know. I don't think health would be a good idea. Normally I'd go for something like, visceral, healing with visceral attacks. Only problem with that is I don't really get viscerals against this guy. I'm not trying to parry him. Okay. Wow, that didn't last long. Okay. Quick to the finish line there. Alright, so 15 deaths. Damn, that sucked. That really sucked. I was hoping we'd get him back into phase 2. 3 times in a row. That would have been nice. See, I still like this guy more than Ludwig, though. Even though he's giving us pretty much just as much trouble. I feel like, compared to Ludwig, I feel like I can actually defeat the Orphan. With Ludwig, it felt like such an overwhelming presence that it was just impossible. Same thing with Lawrence. Like, Lawrence was just as crazy. I felt like I had an easier chance with Lawrence compared to Ludwig, but both of them were still just so freaking overwhelming. But, like, with the Orphan, even though he's meant to be the hardest one here, like, he feels like the most manageable. Which is nice, Being able to fight a boss that actually feels like you can defeat it. Even if it is very difficult to do so. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting a throw. I thought he was gonna put it into the ground. Damn. I dodged the wrong way. Yeah, if you're not careful, whenever he's doing that charge attack, he will bring you with him. And you're basically screwed. Because you can't actually move out of the way as he's bringing you with him. At least not that I've seen anyway. I've tried to, avoid that. Maybe I'm dodging the wrong way, I don't know. But yeah, when he drags you with him, it's very hard to get away from that. Yeah, I don't know how many blood vials I even have. I need to check at some point. Maybe I'll check it next attempt. I'll check it next attempt, and we'll go from there. And while I'm doing that, I can check out my runes, see if there's maybe something that might be a little bit better. I don't know, though. Hopefully this time we can get him back into phase 2, though. Who knows, maybe this time we can actually defeat him. Wouldn't that be nice? Because, yeah, we've been fighting the Orphan for quite some time now, haven't we? And I went the wrong way. Yeah, I don't get enough time to dodge right there. Oof, that was a fast attack right there. Fast attack by our beloved Orphan. Alrighty. Come on. He's done that twice in a row now. You crazy. Crazy Orphan. Mad orphan. There we go. He's a crazy baby. He is technically a baby. Like, I mentioned this in our last cost stream, or our last orphan stream, I mean, that, you know, this is how strong the orphan is, you know, as a newborn, as something that even shouldn't be able to walk right now. Because, you know, it's a baby. Actually, you know what, that's a lie. Because there are plenty of animals that can walk right after being born. That is death number 17. But despite that, he is so underdeveloped. You know, you can basically see his bones. He is still carrying the placenta, means that he was actually born early. He was not born correctly. Because, you know, a human baby doesn't have, you know, its placenta whenever it's born. It has the umbilical cord and that's it. So, the fact that it is, first of all, born to a dead mother, born to a mother that has been dead for a while. 2, it is a very underdeveloped child. And 3, it was just born. All 3 of those things are going to make the orphan significantly weaker. Imagine, for a moment, if you will, that this creature was born normally. You know, healthy mother, you know, mother was still alive, that it was born correctly, you know, it was given the right amount of time, and it could develop properly. And also imagine that you're not fighting it immediately after it was born. You know, it has time to still develop. You know, get used to the world, basically. Get used to its own body. The fact that it is learning to do pretty much everything about living while it's fighting you is insane. Now, I did just mention all of that, but let's imagine something else now. Goddamn. Alright, so let's say that the orphan had a normal birth, or even the birth that it had here. Now, let's say these things live for about 100 years, you know. So its prime is probably going to be around, you know, 20 or 30 years old. Let's say we had to fight this thing when it is 20 or 30 years old. This thing would be on the same strength of a god. Like, if it was born correctly, you know, if everything about its life was perfect, you know, healthy mother, born normally, it was developed correctly, and it was able to actually, you know, get used to its own strength. If all of those things happened, this thing would be nigh on unstoppable. That's what I think anyways. Okay, so I don't really have much of anything that I can use though, that's the thing. Neon unstoppable. Be quiet. Don't bully me. Oh, I forgot. What is... Oh, who's calling me right now? Give me a second. I'll be right back. Hello? Oh, I'm feeling a lot better than last night, that's for sure. You did schedule me to work today, yes. Alright, I'll see you tonight. Okay, we're back. Anyways, what I was going to say before was I'm taking that temporary boost to transformation because I want to try out an item that I have not tried out before in this game. And if I remember, let's see, here we go. The beast blood pellets. Giant medicinal pellets that grants short-lived beasthood. I don't know what it does. It turns us into a beast, apparently. I don't know what's going to happen. So, we are going to find out together. Yay! Alright, so I am definitely curious as to what's going to happen. Because, well, I've never done it before. I have been curious about it, because I think it increases, like, basically all of our stats. And I think it also makes us faster, question mark. I don't know. We will have to see. So, yeah, there we go. Actually, I'm going to leave it on the lantern for now, because I do not know whether or not it will be, you know, when we can get a chance to use it. Because I also don't know how long that the transformation even lasts. So, this will definitely be quite interesting. Alright. Come on, Orphan. Well, that was just completely the wrong button to press. There we go. Let's see, let's try this now. Oh, shoot, okay. Oh my goodness. Why is that doing a lot of damage? Should I have been doing this from the beginning? Wait, wait, what just happened there? Did you guys see that? Like, he pulled out that meatball, and then he just was stunned. Okay, I think I found a way to fight this guy. Like, the higher that gauge is, the more damage we're doing. I might switch my weapon. No, I'm not going to switch my weapon. I'm going to do this. Because, yes, the damage output is going to be less. However... Yeah, I don't have a choice, though. I don't have a choice in putting the death count in the chat because I don't have that Nightbot or whatever it's called. I don't know how to install it. I'll have to look into that later. And in addition, I don't have a death counter because I don't have OBS. Or rather, I should say I can't use OBS. So, this is the only place I can put the death counter. And it also helps me keep track too, because I would forget after like 5 deaths. Not to mention, you know, we're doing a bit of a prediction. I thought that I would be able to manage to kill Orphan in like less than 10 attempts, but that did not happen. So, yeah, I'll get there eventually. Or wait, I don't know if you're talking about Orphan or with, you know, the hardware. Either way, I'll get there eventually for both of them. Which does remind me, I do need to buy that one part for my computer, but I'll do that later. Did I just die? I did just die. Okay, so using that Blood Beast pellet there was not a good idea. Ouch. Okay, 20 deaths. That did not work out in our favor. That's for damn sure. Okay, so we have reached 20. Nah, you want to know something crazy though, Nemi? Is that our first death wasn't even to Koss, or to the Orphan, I mean. It was to Falling, because I forgot about this lift, and I just went right down the hole. I got lost in the hole. And it was a little embarrassing. But hey, at least we came back from it. Because even then, we would still be at 19 deaths. But, it's whatever. Who knows, maybe that one death counted though. Because knowing my luck, we will kill the orphan on like the 49th attempt at fighting him. But because we died 50 times, or no, we'll kill him on the 50th attempt, meaning that we had 49 deaths against the orphan. But because we fell to our death the one time, that put us at 50. That's probably what's gonna happen. Oof. Ooh, I missed. Okay. No, come on. But yes, this beast blood pellet is actually pretty nice though. Like it is slowly increasing the amount of damage that we do depending on how full our bar is. So maybe at some points I'll actually be able to fill up the bar. Yeah, it's just that I don't want it to get empty, and that's why I'm kind of rushing things. Because if it gets emptied, you know, that's, you know, kind of resets things. And I don't want that to happen. That would suck. I don't know, maybe I can manage it with this. We'll just have to see. Because I just need to keep attacking him. That's the thing. As long as I keep attacking him, we can keep making progress with the pellet. Because I still don't know what it does, really. Because there's something that happens whenever you transform. Or whenever it becomes full. I'm assuming you transform into a beast. That's my assumption. But, you know, there's only one way to find out. And that's to keep on trying. Are you serious? No! Oh, that was perfect too. Oh, I keep doing the wrong button. Keep pressing the wrong button when I go to do that visceral. Yeah, over 2,000 damage is insane. Just saying. Why do I keep pressing the wrong button? What? I honestly forgot. What button am I supposed to freaking press? I thought it was L2. Or sorry, R2. R2D2? Oof. Like, I'm getting so caught up in this that I'm forgetting how to play the game. No! Wait. My blood pellet ran out. Damn it. We were doing good, too. Are you serious? Oh, wait, no, it's still on here. Okay, so it's on a timer of sorts. Are you serious? No! Damn it. I was not expecting that. Okay. I'm going to go into... Actually, no, I don't need to do that. I only need to do it whenever we run out of pellets. I really want to find out what happens whenever we get that pellet to max. Because that is, like, I'm really curious now. And that was doing some really good damage. Like, holy crap. This is definitely the way to go. With the pellet and with our best weapon. It does crazy damage. It's crazy good. I forgot what that motto was even from. It's crazy good. Like, I could have sworn that was like a cereal thing, but I don't remember what cereal that was. Or was it even cereal? I don't know. I don't remember. Leave me alone. Okay. Kill these things to satiate our anger. Okay, let's go. Wait, did I update this? I don't think I did. So that was this 20-second death. Okay. That was close. Nice. 42-42 is absolutely insane. Oh, I missed. How did I miss? Oh, move. Yeah, my blood pellet's about to run out. Okay, yeah, and it just ran out. Okay, I've got to retreat. I need to go over here because he is about to transform. Alright. Damn it. I can't move. Damn it. Okay. That makes 23 deaths. Deathos, not deathos, deaths. Alright. Here we go. Oh, already? We're already down to our last few vials? That's not good. I thought that we would last longer. Clearly not. That's not good. That is really not good. Oh no. That's gonna make this fight so much harder. And honestly, I need to... I've got to remember how to do viscerals. Give me 1 second. Because I could have sworn that it was... Okay, so it's R1. R1 is what you need to do. Now, the question is, can I do a visceral with Ludwig's Holy Blade? The transformed Holy Blade. Can I... Can I use a visceral attack with Ludwig's Holy Blade? Okay, so you can. I thought you could, but for whatever reason I was having a hard time earlier. I don't know why. Maybe I was just pressing the wrong button. You know, I was getting too excited, and you know, that caused some problems for me. Are you serious? Why can't I dodge? What in the world? Okay, that was god-awful. Okay, that just happened. That was terrible. Why? Okay. Anyways, yeah, before too long, I'm gonna have to go back to the Hunter's Dream to get more Blood Beast pellets. Because I've only got 3 left. Thankfully, we didn't use any blood vials though, so that's good. I mean, yeah, the damage increase for using the Blood Beast pellet is actually insane though. I did not think that it was that much of a difference. If I had known that, I've been using these a long time ago. But hopefully, with these pellets, they will significantly increase our chances against the Orphan. So far, it's been kind of iffy, but maybe we'll get lucky at some point. Or maybe not. Here we go. Damn it. No, not that. This. Oof. Yeah, visceral attacks do a lot of damage. No! And he moved out of the way. Okay. Heal, damn it. Heal! Come on, my guy, you need to heal. God damn. Are you serious? Okay. Yeah, like every time that we die, that's only gonna put us at a bigger disadvantage right now. Because we're running out of blood vials. And I'm thinking I'm gonna change my weapon again. I think I'm gonna go back to the Saw Cleaver. Because yes, this weapon is nice. It does a lot of damage. But with the Blood Beast pellet, I really need something better. Unless I just go with this. I don't want to use the non-transformed version because of how much weaker it is. You know, with each attack, it basically does 200 less damage. Which, you know, is obviously quite significant up against a boss. Or really against any enemy. You know, 200 less damage is not good. But I think I might need to do something like this. And this is also the last time I can do this too. Before I have to go back to the Hunter's Dream anyway. Yeah, like sometimes when he's hitting us, I can't move. It's really weird. I can't even dodge out of the way as he's attacking. Damn it. Yeah, maybe I'll just forego the Blood Beast pellet and just try to kill this guy normally, I guess. I don't know. Because yes, the Blood Beast pellet does help us do a lot of damage. But if I can't kill him, nothing changes. Like, you know, if like for example, if I was to use a bunch of bolt papers but I don't kill him, all they did was go to waste. So all of those things that I just did were completely in vain. And I believe I'm actually on death 26, because I think I forgot 25. I honestly don't remember. Like, so even though I'm like keeping track of my deaths, I am still forgetting. So if I was not keeping track of them like this, I would certainly forget. Especially when it gets, you know, those high numbers. There we go. Alright. We got some good damage in from the beginning. That's good. No, why'd you move at last second too? Alright. Oh, that's new. I was not trying to do that. Yeah, it was a jump attack. It helps to stagger, but I've never had much luck with doing jump attacks to stagger, to be honest. That's why I usually try to avoid them. You know, whenever possible anyway. Uh-oh. Yep, he dragged me with him and that caused me to die. But the good part is that we didn't use any resources, so we didn't actually lose anything, except for, you know, progress, unfortunately. So that was death number 27. Jesus. 27 deaths is kind of crazy now. Because in the first hour, we got like 10 deaths. Now we're on our third hour. Yeah, we're working on hour number 3. And we've got 20... God damn. I don't know what just happened there. Now we've got 27 deaths. But then again, for like 10 or 20 minutes in the first hour, I was in the Hunter's Dream trying to better prepare myself. You know, getting my charms... Not my charms. My blood gems and my runes a little bit better. Actually, no, it was just the blood gems. That's right. Yeah, the runes came after. That was in like hour 2. I went the wrong way. Of course. What? We're about to die. Yep. You see, now I don't even want to heal until I get into phase 2. Because having 10 blood vials is not fun. Especially with how hard it is to visceral this guy. Because, you know, if you guys were here... Oh, hey Lady Maria? Okay, that was death number 28, and I have been told to drink water, which is fair because I am sweating a lot right now. I actually forgot to drink water before the stream, and I also forgot that I put that that reward in here too. Okay. I also need to check this. Okay, that has been complete. I have hydrated. Are you happy now? Okay. Now, let us... Let us continue. I don't even remember what I was saying before. I think I was talking about German. Whenever we fought him, we decided to not use any blood vials at all because getting viscerals on him was relatively easy. But with the orphan, it's not so easy. Because yeah, staggering him is very difficult. And parrying is just as difficult. Because at least with Gurman, you know, I feel like you had a much larger window to do any parries compared to the orphan. But maybe that's just me. Uh-oh. That was close. I managed to dodge all of that somehow. Oof. Oh, come on. I was in the wrong area. Or the wrong spot. How? I was dodging. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Habit. Bad habit. God damn. Alright. Yeah, we're getting good damage, but he's also getting a lot of damage on us. And yeah, I'm not gonna heal as long as he's in phase 1. And I am not going up there. That's gonna be hard to deal with. Alright. Why would you do a throw attack right there? Come on. Oh, what? Excuse me? So apparently he doesn't even need to damage you with the first swing or the first circle in order to do that down slam. That's new. Like, we've fought this guy so many times, not even on just this stream. You know, off stream, we've even done it on another stream. And we're still learning things about this guy. Even after all of this time. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to think that this is going to take more than 49 attempts. At this rate. Like, this is crazy. But again, I will state this. This guy is still more tolerable than... what's his name? Ludwig. Ludwig was a pain. Ludwig was a pain in my butt. This guy's just a pain in my back. Okay. Let's do this again. Oof, wrong way. But I didn't get hit, so... yeah, at this point I'm like scared of that attack because for some reason I just can't avoid it. A question mark? Oh, come on now. Don't do that. Oi! I went the wrong way. I kind of wish I could use some more Blood Beast pellets, but I really don't want to go back to the Hunter's Dream just to get more, especially if I'm not even going to actually defeat him. That's why I don't like using power-ups sometimes, especially the consumable ones. Because if you don't defeat your enemy, they're just a waste. So, you know, what's the point? Oh no. Uh-oh. That was close. Wait, when did I use more blood vials? Oh no, I didn't realize I've been using blood vials. When did I use them? Oh, man. Cause yeah, that's just gonna put us at a worse at a worse place when we go to phase 2. When and if we get to phase 2. Are you serious? Okay. Yeah, I don't... When the heck did I use a blood vial? Actually, I used 2 of them. I guess it's just habit that I'm using them at this point. Because, yeah, I don't remember when I did. At this point, I'm just going to say screw it. And use them all up so that they don't just keep coming back into my inventory. Because if you put them in your chest in the Hunter's Dream and you die, you just get them back again. Which is good, you know, because it helps with, you know, when you're actually trying to use them. But when you don't want them, they just keep on coming back. So, I'm about to say, you know what, we're just gonna fight the orphan without healing. Just like we did with Gurman. Because I am not going out of my way to grind for more blood vials. That is gonna take way too long. And I don't want to do that. There is no need to do that. God damn. Okay, that's how we're starting out, apparently. Alright, here we go. At least we can do some damage to him as well. And we're dead. Okay. That is death number 31. I forgot to say that we have reached the 30s, huh? The dirty 30s. We have reached the 30s. Oh, we reached it a while ago, but still. Oh my god. Why? Why is this guy so annoying? Still, I'm gonna keep to my word. He's not as annoying as Ludwig. Because again, I feel like I can actually defeat him compared to Ludwig. Even though, yeah, we defeated Ludwig. I mean, obviously, that's the only way to get here is by defeating Ludwig. But, still, it is so painful to get through this. But it was still more painful to go through Ludwig. Like, I spent over 5 hours on him alone. But at the same time, I have spent, I think, 5 hours on the orphan as well. So, yeah. How's your day? How's your day going? Oh, how did I miss? And how did I get hit? Okay. I keep taking hits that just don't really make sense to me. And it keeps pulling out attacks that are just really weird too. So I'm getting confused a lot with this boss now. Even after so many attempts, he's still doing things that I'm not used to. Or rather, that are unexpected. Things that he just hasn't done before. Okay. That was close. That actually could have been my death right there. Just like that is. Okay. Yeah, like, that is our... That attack right there, the meatball throw, that is my least favorite attack. Because it's kind of luck of the draw whether or not I can avoid it. Because I don't actually know how to avoid it with 100% guarantee. Because, well, first of all, it's a homing attack. That's already going to make it difficult enough as it is. Secondly, no matter what way you dodge, it seems like it's going to hit you. So you have to just be lucky that it doesn't hit you. I don't know. I don't really know how that attack works. But if we can kill him, we don't have to worry about that attack anymore. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm actually starting to get tired though. But we're not going to be fighting him for too much longer. You know, we've already gotten to almost 2.5 hours. So pretty much like another 40 minutes or so. Regardless of if we win. So, you know, there isn't too much longer. But it is still driving me up the wall. And I wish I could stagger him more regularly, because there was that one run that we did that we staggered him like 3 times in a row, and we just somehow couldn't get a visceral off. What? Are you kidding me? Uh-oh. There we go. Look at that. 30-30. I find it kind of interesting that the auto mod blocks your message. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it doesn't like the fact that you use the word creep. That's a little weird. I didn't think that creep was a naughty word. Apparently it is. So that's news to me. We're learning things about Twitch as well as Kos, the Orphan of Kos, at the same time. My brain is getting overloaded. Like, oh my god. My head. Like, I have a headache right now. It's probably because of all of his screaming. Oh, that's interesting. Hang on. Give me just a moment here. I need to check something. Okay. Okay, we're good. All good. Yeah, something was wrong with the stream for a moment. Had to make sure that everything was in fact okay. Okay, let's continue. It's actually getting hot in here. I'm gonna have to open up my window after this attempt. Maybe that's why I have a headache, because it's getting hot. Because, like, I'm, like, kind of sweating. I mean, yeah, I mean, this fight is frustrating, but it is actually getting hot in here. Because, you know, the PlayStation's running, I've got my computer in my lap, I have a blanket on, and I'm wearing pants that keep me warm. So that's a pretty good recipe for, you know, sweating. Alright. Alright, come on, Orphan. Let's do this again. I know you missed me. We didn't even make that hit there. I mean, we hit Kos. That was about it. It's just really annoying when he moves around like that. Oof. I just wish I could stagger him more often. But I have not figured out a way to reliably stagger him. I mean, yes, I could do the parrying, but I've been able to stagger him without parrying. But I don't know how I did it. Oh, okay. I thought I was about to dodge that. Apparently not. Okay. So that is death number 34. Not looking too great for me. I'm taking this blanket off. It's getting hot. It is getting toasty. My legs are toasty. A little too toasty for my liking. Alright, there we go. That is already a lot better. All I did was take the blanket off and I feel so much lighter. Like, holy crap. Next thing you know, I'm probably gonna get cold. Alright. It's crazy, like, I get cold easily, but it's only the feeling of getting cold. Like, because I know I'm not warming up, I get cold. But I can be standing out, you know, outside in 30-degree weather, assuming there's not any wind, and I'd be just fine. Now, if there was wind, I'd be freezing my butt off. The perks of living in cold weather. You become more resistant to the cold. But it also means that you become more more sensitive to the hotter temperatures. Nice. Doing some good damage. Let's keep it up. Hopefully. Come on. Nice. I figured I would have staggered him by now. We just did 4 charged attacks on him. This is number 5. And he still has not been staggered. Like I mentioned before. I don't know how we managed to stagger him before. Oh, nice. We managed to stop his attack, so that's good. Alright, so I'm gonna make my way back to the water. Alright. He's about to transform. Yep. Alright. We haven't gone to phase 2 in quite some time. Oof, okay. Okay. Yeah, now we can actually start using blood vials. And you know what this means too? It means that we know that we can fight the orphan without the use of blood vials. How did we miss? I don't know how I missed that. But yet, knowing that we can fight the phase 1 orphan without blood vials is good to know. But now we're about to have to fight the entirety of the orphan without blood vials at all, because I think we are about to die. Oof. That was close. That was very close. Like, how am I not ever able to dodge that attack? Like, that's weird. Like, I've never been able to dodge that first attack. I don't understand why. Okay. We managed to avoid it there. Ooh, that was close. Uh-oh. Alright, This is our final blood vial. No more. No more healing against the orphan, ever. Ever again. Okay. This is going to take us a long time. So, 35 deaths. So, I'm going to go out of my way to change the title of the stream. So, we are now killing the orphan without healing. That is now without healthing. No, without healing. Alright, so yes, that is the new title of this stream. Killing the orphan without healing. This is going to be a challenge. And that was... You see, I think I already updated the death count. I think we're on death 35. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe that is where we're at now. Alright. This is going to take me a long time. Yeah, because like I said before, I'm not going out of my way to farm for, you know, blood vials. That's gonna take too long, and I don't want to do that. I don't even want to do that off stream, because again, it's just gonna take me a long time to do it. I mean, it might only take me like an hour or two, but that's an hour or two that I don't want to spend just killing everything that I see for more blood vials. It's just gonna take a long time, and I don't want to do it. Oh, I ran out of stamina. Whoops. Wasn't even paying attention to that. But this also means that my dodges have to be perfect. Or else, you know, I'm just gonna be dying all over the place. Because yeah, these runs have to be basically perfect from now on. Somehow I missed that. Alright. What? How did I miss? Come on now. You gotta stay in place for me, orphan. Can't be moving around like that. There we go. Usually he follows up with an attack after that one. Come on. Oi! Why'd you move? So I guess I just don't have enough time to do a charged attack whenever he does that. I'll just have to do a regular attack. Uh-oh. Yep, that was another death. Alright, that is death number 36. 36 deaths. Things are not looking too great for us. Like, holy crap. And we've still got another 30 minutes of this stream too. We've still got 30 minutes of torture. Ooh, excuse me. But so far, it's looking like we might not pass the 50 death threshold. Granted, I could stream longer because I don't go into work till later. But it is nice to have some time to rest between stream and work. Because, you know, for those of you who may not have streamed before, or maybe for those of you who do stream, while streaming isn't inherently work, it can be work, you know, depending on what you stream. But it does take a lot of, you know, mental work, I guess. I don't really know how to put it into words exactly. But like for me, outside of stream, I'm very quiet. I don't talk a lot. So streaming does take a lot for me in that sense because I do talk a lot more than normal. In addition, a lot of the times people are staying in the same spot for... Okay. That just happened. For several hours. Yeah, people are staying in one spot for several hours. And, you know, sometimes you need to get up and stretch a little bit. Which is what I'm thinking of doing if I was to introduce the 3 minute ads per hour rather than 1 ad per 20 minutes. Or 1 minute ad per 20 minutes. Just so that I can take a break, you know. Hydrate, stretch my legs. Because 3 minutes is a while. Especially when it's watching ads. Which is also why I'm thinking of not doing it either. Because, again, 3 minutes is a long time. And quite frankly, I really wouldn't want to sit through 3 minutes of ads. That, again, that's just a long time. Granted, those people who do subscribe, such as Nemide, you know, they don't have to watch ads because that's how I have it set up. All subscribers do not have to watch ads. And people with Twitch Turbo, they don't have to watch ads either. So I would need something to like put on the screen. You know, like a be back soon screen, or even somehow playing clips. I don't know how to play the clips though. You know, I could easily figure that out just by, you know, looking it up. But I don't really know how to do it off the top of my head. And if I need something like OBS or Streamlabs, then I really can't do it. Because, again, I don't have the hardware. We'll figure something out in the future though. Don't worry. You know, we are still working with this whole affiliate thing. Affiliate is definitely a pain sometimes. Especially when we didn't ask for it. That's the annoying part, is that we didn't even ask for affiliate. You know, Twitch just gave it to us regardless. Because I won't lie, the revenue is nice. I cannot deny that. You know, it's money that I didn't have before. But, it still means you guys have to watch ads, and I didn't want that. But I shouldn't be complaining about that. It's not anything I can control anymore. So we will just have to keep on going. Keep on keeping on, right? And we just gotta keep on trying to kill this thing. Like, I wonder what species this guy is anyway. Because I don't even know what species Koss is. And I'm one of those dead types of species, you know? I think we call those humans. Those puny humans, always dying all the time, leaving their bodies everywhere. No, that would be crazy. Imagine every time we died, we leave our body, like, in that area. So, like, whenever you come back each time, there's just a pile of bodies that gets higher and higher each time. Like, that would be kind of crazy. Although you could kind of say that our body is left behind. Our bodies are left behind. Not really bodies, our body, like only one, our previous one, is kind of left behind. Because, as you see, whenever we die, we turn into dust. Instead of most monsters that just, you know, die. They leave their body behind. With us, we turn into dust and we leave the pool of blood behind. Which is how you get your blood echoes back. But it would be interesting if you actually left your body behind. I think that would be an interesting little thing. But, I don't know. It's just an idea. One that will probably never come to fruition. Oof. Damn. Took 3 hits there. we go. Alright, we're doing better with our dodging right now. You know, at first it wasn't looking too good, but maybe we'll be a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try dodging that one. I'm just gonna go back. I hate that attack, because it's so weird to dodge. It's just like his meatball throw. It's just annoying to dodge. Oh, okay. Let me got hit there. Damn it. Okay. That is death number 39. 39 deaths. So we are 11 deaths away from 50. Which is insane. The fact that we've already died almost 40 times is crazy. On this stream alone, keep that in mind. It's only on this stream alone that we have died 39 times. Although we've only died to cost 38 times. Don't forget that. Where's the door? There's the door. I don't know why I couldn't find it before. That was weird. But yes, we're definitely having more luck with Ludwig's blade compared to the Saw Cleaver, simply because of the charged attacks. But I do miss using my Saw Cleaver. I would like to try the World Gig Saw, because it looks like a really fun weapon, but it's just not up to par with Ludwig's Holy Blade, so there's not really too much I can do. And I seriously doubt that it would be stronger with a certain setup of my blood gems, instead of focusing on thrust, you know? Dang it, I didn't get him in time. Uh-oh. Yep, saw that coming. That was terrible. Okay. That is 40 deaths. Yeah, that was not good. I need to get better with dodging. Although a lot of times I'm doing pretty good with dodging. It's just that sometimes I am absolutely terrible. Now let's go fight the orphan with nothing but our fist this time. Wouldn't that be fun? Don't you guys think that that would be fun? I think that that would be a nightmare. I wonder how much damage we would actually do. Now I'm kind of curious. Let's remove this. How much damage would we do by fisting the orphan? This is gonna suck, by the way. Like, it's probably gonna do like 2 damage. Should we start taking bets on how much damage this is gonna do? Alright. Let's see how much damage fisting the orphan does. Oh, we can even charge up our fist. Let's charge up our fist. It does 38 damage. That does more than I thought it would. What does a regular hit do? 26. It does 26 damage. But you know what that means? If it can bleed, it can die. So, theoretically, we could defeat the orphan with nothing but our fists. But there ain't no way I'm doing that. I am not submitting myself to something so crazy. However, if for whatever reason I was to do another Bloodborne run, first of all, I would start from the beginning. I would not do it on New Game Plus. I'd do it on just a regular New Game. I would be interested in trying to fight everything with just my fists. It would be painful. It would be excruciating. I would be thinking about my sanity the entire time. But it might be entertaining. That's the thing. Might be entertaining for y'all as well as for myself. Because it all comes down to, well, what if, you know? But there are some enemies that I would be worried about. Specifically, the first boss that you encounter, which is Father Gas. Or as some call him, Daddy G. I would have a very hard time fighting him with just the fists, because then you can't parry him, because you can't use your pistol. And even if you did parry him, you can't get a visceral, because you can't do that with the fists. Why can't I move? There we go. Wait. It would be pretty entertaining. You see, okay, so you are right. Yeah, I figured it would be pretty entertaining to beat Bloodborne with just your fists. And I don't know if I would want to fight Gehrman with just our fists, because he was already a pain with, how he was before. Whenever I was not healing at all. And I could not imagine doing just like 38 damage to Gehrman. Actually, no, it would be less than 38 damage, because what is my strength at right now anyways? Oh, that's right, that was death 42. Gotta keep track of that. 42 deaths. So let's look at my strength right now. So my strength and skill are at 50 and 42, which is pretty much the highest it can go. I mean, not exactly the highest, but it is almost the highest it can go, while still dealing a lot of damage. But if you try upgrading it further, it's not really worth it. Kind of like endurance. That's why it's at a weird number right now. I should have stayed at 40 instead of 43. I didn't realize that it wasn't going up, because I didn't think that it was just going to stop going once you get to a certain points. Because I believe every 6 points in endurance, after 40, you go up by 1 point. So you need 6 levels in endurance to go up by 1 point, which is not good. That is not good at all. Yeah, I mean, yes, you could just max out your levels. Sure, you can make a very interesting character, but at the same time, it's just not worth it. Because that is a lot of time, and a lot of blood echoes. While obviously it is possible, again, it would just take a stupidly long time. Bro, what is happening? I'm just gonna give it to him. That was terrible. I don't know what happened there. Like, we got into the fight, and then we just kept taking a bunch of hits, so I just said, you know what, let's just die here. It's not worth it. Alright, so that's 43 deaths. This is taking longer than I was expecting it to. By a long shot. But yes, honestly, I would not be opposed to doing a Bloodborne run with just your fists. I think it would be fun. And like, some enemies would be easier than others, some would be harder. Like again, Father Gas would be rough without a pistol at least. Because at least with a pistol, you can parry him and, get a couple of hits in. That's good. Against some other enemies, because keep this in mind. Leveling up, it's going to take the same amount of blood echoes. But killing one enemy at a time with just your fists is going to take so long. Like, I remember when I first started playing this game, that's exactly what I did. Because I did not realize that I could get a weapon. I thought I had to find a weapon. I didn't know that they were given to me in the Hunter's Dream. So I fought the werewolf at the beginning of the game, as well as a few enemies, with just my fists. And it takes a long time. Ow. I thought I dodged, but apparently not. Okay, that is 44 deaths. Yeah, I think it took me like 20 attempts or something to kill the werewolf at the beginning with just my fists, because again, I didn't realize I could kill the werewolf with a weapon, because I didn't realize we could get a weapon. Um, so the fact that we can, in fact, defeat the werewolf without a weapon proves that we can at least get past the first area. Then again, you don't need to kill the werewolf to get to the next area, to get to Central Yarnam. But it does make things a little bit easier. I think the werewolf in the first area also helps new players to get used to the game and how unforgiving it can be. Because, yeah, in the beginning, I was fully expecting to die a lot. And that's honestly what's helped me to play this game, is knowing I'm going to die. And this game is unforgiving. But I think that some people, you know, didn't have that same mindset, and they didn't realize that this game is actually a challenge. You know, you can't really just go into a game expecting to win. You need to play this game expecting to lose. Because if you don't, you're gonna have a hard time. Just being real. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Huh? Bro, I'm right in front of you. Why did you throw it? The freaking meatball special. God damn. Alright, that was 45 deaths. Yeah, Hollow Knight isn't easy either. I still put Bloodborne above Hollow Knight in terms of difficulty, but Hollow Knight is still pretty difficult in its own way. And then of course if you look at Calanthe, she has a lot of trouble with Hollow Knight. I sometimes feel bad for her, but it's also funny. She makes her failures entertaining, and I love it. I don't know if my failures are nearly as entertaining though. Yeah, it's the meatball special. Whenever he like puts his hand into his placenta, or I don't know, would you call it his placenta? Or would you call it his mother's placenta? I don't know. Either way, he manhandles his placenta, grabs a ball of flesh, and throws it at me. That's the meatball special. Ow. Damn. Damn. Damn! Go away! Okay. Yeah, that is right. The mother has to make the placenta for the baby so that the baby can use it. So I guess in a sense it is the orphan's placenta, not the mother's. Because the mother made it for the orphan. Nature is disgusting. This is correct. Everything about nature is disgusting. I see that was also death number 46. Death 46. I mean, nature's disgusting in more ways than one. Nature's also very horrific. Because I forgot what bird it was, but there is a bird that gives birth to an egg that is over 50% its size. And to my knowledge, it is the most painful birth in the animal kingdom. And I'm sorry, but mothers, you know, human mothers, if that bird could actually communicate with humans, then human mothers like could not complain, because that bird, yeah, I'm just gonna say that, yeah, that bird is something else. Bro, I can't recover. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, oh, I'm still alive. And then I'm dead. Okay, that was death number 47. Alright, I would have to die 3 more times in order to get to, 50 deaths. Hopefully we don't make it to that point. We have 3 more attempts to get before 50. And we're having a lot of trouble with getting him to phase 2 suddenly. I think I might just be getting tired. That could definitely be the main culprit here. We'll just have to see how well we do here. I have also been kind of getting distracted by just rambling on about random things. But I mean, who doesn't love some random knowledge? I used to have a book about, random facts. I was given to it for Christmas a while ago. Unfortunately, I had to leave it behind whenever I moved. So I don't have that book anymore, which kind of sucks. Because I did like just having random useless knowledge at my fingertips. Oh, okay. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong, you little baby? I mean, it's not wrong to call him a baby, because he is a baby. Even if he is a very underdeveloped baby. He is a very underdeveloped baby. The thing is, too, is, like, he's tall. Even though he is underdeveloped. Like, how tall would he be if he wasn't underdeveloped? If he was properly developed, he would be huge. Like, I still think it's crazy. Like, imagine if there was a new DLC pack for Bloodborne that had, like, an alternate timeline. Yes, I know, like, it's weird. But, like, an alternate timeline where the orphan was at his prime. At his peak power. His peak performance, peak power. He would be a beast, and I would love to get a chance to fight that. It would, he would rock my world, but I think it would be so fun. Yeah, and we gotta get over here to the water for whenever he transforms. Here we go. And we died. Hey, we made one hit against phase 2 though. So, that's something, right? Hey, I thought that maybe, just maybe, we could do it. But honestly, going into phase 2 with one hit left, from, when we're basically one tap, it's basically a death sentence, because dodging phase 2 is very difficult. And when you think you've dodged him, you forgot about his second layer of attacks. It's kind of similar to Maria. Maria back in the clock tower, the astral clock tower. Whenever she transforms to her third phase, you have to worry about her regular blood attacks as well as her fire attacks. Because it's not the same as Lawrence, where Lawrence made it to where a lot of his attacks would be followed up with a fire attack. With Maria, hers are different because, again, there are 2 layers to her attacks. You have to dodge, or actually no, you can't dodge 2 attacks because of, again, how her attacks are, making it basically impossible to actually dodge her attacks. You have to completely avoid them. You gotta be in a completely different area. Which, for me, I didn't do. I just decided, hey, Why don't we just keep on smacking her until she's dead? And somehow I managed to survive. Oh, what the heck? Oh, come on. That is death number 49. I don't know why I'm doing so bad. Like, before, we've been able to dodge his attack, like, super good. But lately, we've been doing really bad. Like, we were able to get him to phase 2 pretty often, but now, we're having just a hard time doing it. I don't know. I think this will actually be my last attempt, though. You know, attempt number 49. You know what? No, we can't end it on such a number. We've got to make it to attempt number 50. Because keep in mind, we've only died 48 times to Koss, because one of them was falling to, you know, dying to fall damage. So we will make 50 attempts against Koss, against the Orphan, my bad. And after that 50th attempt, regardless of who wins that bout, we will finish up the stream. Which sucks because I was hoping to be able to beat him this stream. Now, if I could, I would have loved to have, you know, more time to fight him. But unfortunately, you know. Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, work called me. So, what? But so, you know, I can't really do this for too long. Damn it. Alright, that was death number 50. So, this also means that the prediction has been completed. Unfortunately. Somehow I managed to get to 50 deaths on this stream. That is freaking crazy. So, we have reached 50 deaths. That is a shame. That sucks. Oh, so Omnigiri Heart was the winner of that prediction, managing to get 30,000 freaking channel points. That's insane. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be our final attempt against the Orphan. This is attempt number 50. Oi, you know what? Let's do our lighter weapon. Maybe we'll have a better chance. You know, going with something that's faster. Hopefully it works. You know, hopefully we can at least get him to phase 2. I'd like to get him to phase 2 at least. But we will just have to see. What do you guys think? Do you think we can get him to phase 2? I hope so. Because at least that's something. Alright, come on. Damn. Oh my god, come. Wow. That was humiliating. We just got freaking humiliated by the Orphan. Wow, okay. That makes death 51. 50 deaths against the Orphan on this stream alone. That is crazy. I guess I don't really need to put that into the the stream anymore into the chat because it's not like we're gonna go again. Not to mention the prediction's done, so Jesus. Anyways, yeah, that all just happened. That's annoying. That is a little annoying. I was not expecting this fight to take as long as it did, and it's only gonna take us even longer when we get back to Bloodborne. I might try tomorrow, but at the same time, I'm scheduled to do Code Veronica tomorrow. I'm actually curious on how much longer we have to do with Code Veronica, cause not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of bored with the game. Mostly because of the movement. Like, the movement really turns me off of that game. Not to mention the serious lack of, safe spaces in that game make it kind of difficult. And when I'm already playing games like Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Hollow Knight, especially in Hollow Knight, like right now in Hollow Knight, there's two places that I can like really go to that I want to go to, and that's defeating the Dream Kin, or I think it's called the Final Kin, or Kin Vessel. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly. As well as the Colosseum of Fools, and both of those are driving me up the wall. So pretty much in every game we're playing right now, we're kind of in a pickle, except for again Code Veronica, but that one's just difficult because of the movement mechanics, the motion controls. I don't know what you would call them. I don't know. The movement in that game is very weird though. I don't like it. It's so annoying. It took me like 3 hours just to get used to it the first time we played it. I don't know though, because I want to see the end. I want to see what happens in that game. But it's really hard to convince myself to actually pick up the game. Not to mention it's also just very loud. Like for you guys, it's very loud. And I can't adjust the volume, which is, not a good thing. But we'll see what we play tomorrow. We're either gonna continue Bloodborne with fighting the orphan, or we are going to play Code Veronica. We're gonna be streaming an hour later than usual. Our usual time for days off is an hour later than our other days. I do need to adjust my schedule because it has changed a little bit. So keep that in mind. You can also check what time I'm going to be streaming by checking out my panels. There is a countdown to when my next stream is, so you can check it out there. What else is there? I think that's it, really. I believe so. In that case, I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer and watching me struggle. It all in vain against the orphan. And next time we play, we are going to be playing without healing against this stupid thing. Yep, no healing, and it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be very, very rough. But I hope you guys will enjoy it regardless, just as you've hopefully enjoyed today's stream. Guess if you didn't enjoy it, you wouldn't still be here though, so there is that as well. Until then, I hope to see you all guys again next time. I hope you all have a good day, a good night, or a good afternoon. No matter where y'all are, I hope you're all having a great time.